All right, JD Niger, Word of Truth. I'm back. Bless all of you. Subscribe if you want to learn the Bible correctly. I'm here every day. We love you. Jesus, we love you. Heavenly Father, we love you. You are our guiding light. You are the path and the light that guides the path. You are everything to us. We love you, honor you, praise you. Amen. You're welcome. So I was talking in the last video about Solomon being Jesus in the regeneration. Just because you don't remember your past lives doesn't mean you didn't have them. Just because you don't remember your past lives doesn't mean you didn't have them. That's why you get deja vu. You ever get deja vu? You get this weird feeling like you've been there before. You get this weird feeling like you've been wherever you're at, or something. Like, doesn't even have to do with where you're at. It's just, sometimes it's about the context. But the feeling, the reason God gives you those feelings, because He wants you to know that you have been here before. That's His way of going, what do you think? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? What do you think of that? That's one of your clues. But people blow that stuff off. That's just your mind doing weird tricks. That's just this. Nothing's a coincidence, brothers and sisters. The reason you have gotten deja vu, and the reason you used to get deja vu more when you were a child, is because He wanted you to think about these things from a young age. I never get deja vu anymore. I'm 64 years old. I can't remember the last time I got deja vu. I think I had one within the last 2 years, because I remember saying it. I always remember saying it, ooh, I just got deja vu. So I remember within the last 2 or 3 years, I remembered having one. But when you're a child, the Lord gives you more deja vu so that you start thinking about the possibility that you've been here before, and to come to Him on that spiritual plane. But anyway, I wanted to get this. Do you understand what I'm saying about deja vu? Good. I am the root and offspring of David. The reference is to, let's see. There's a bunch of them. Jeremiah 23:5. I like Jeremiah. I'll go to the Benjamite every time if there's a reference to Isaiah. There's one in Samuel, one in Isaiah, one in Jeremiah, one in Revelation 5:5. Let's get Revelation 5:5. See what it says about David, about Jesus being the son of David. 5:5 it says, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the lion of the tribe of Judah, behold, the lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open the book and loose the 7 seals thereof. There you go again, the root of David. The root of David shows a messianic connection with the Davidic covenant. But the offspring, the offspring is the family line of Bethlehem, Ephrata. So let's look at Jeremiah real quick, and then we'll go back to Isaiah. Jeremiah 23:5. It's going to say the same thing. The root of David. The root of David. 23. Sorry. Jeremiah 23:5. Let's get it. Jeremiah 23:5. We're talking about Solomon being Jesus Christ, the root and offspring of King David. Jeremiah 23:5. It reads, the righteous branch. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. That's Solomon. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. and in his days Judah shall be saved. So we were going into that yesterday. Judah and Benjamin. If you can just listen and believe me, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these tribes and the family line. That's my wheelhouse. So what happened was, when Solomon was king, everyone was safe. There was peace. There was peace in the land for 40 years when Solomon reigned, because he judged with a righteous judgment. Remember cut the baby in two? He knew how to judge the people. He asked for the wisdom to judge the people, and that's what the Lord gave him, because he asked for the right thing. And so it says right here, in his days Judah shall be saved. That's me, and that's you who follow me, who follow Zion, who follow the angels of Bethlehem Ephrata, the people of Israel, the rulers, who reign, the princes and royalty, the kings and priests and prophets of Jerusalem. And Israel shall dwell safely, and this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. So the Lord our righteousness is Solomon, who brought in the Gentiles, built the temple, which became us. He built us. He built us up in his wisdom, because he is Jesus Christ. He is the Word. We get built. The temple gets built by knowing this book, and that's why I try and teach you the book. I'm not trying to teach you religion. I'm trying to teach you the book. I'm trying to teach you the spirit of the book. I'm not trying to teach you some religious nonsense like Richard Joyce. He totally messed up Isaiah. So we're done with Solomon and the root of David. If you can't grab onto that, you're gonna have a hard time. Making it into the kingdom in any sort of solidity. You're gonna be weak and broken. So anyway, Richard Joyce went into the chapter we went into yesterday, Woe to Judah. And in this, it says, he's such a knucklehead. There's a place where it says, be still. Their strength is to sit still. I'll read it. This guy's weird, man. The name of the video that he put out this morning for Isaiah 30 was Quiet, Be Still. Quiet, be still. It doesn't even make sense. Quiet, be still. Quiet, be still. It's like totally illiterate. It doesn't make any sense. Quiet, be still. The thing that he missed is that it never says to be quiet in this whole chapter. Let me read it to you. Oh boy, this guy, something else. And then he went into the whole thing about, oh man, I'm not going to waste your time. Just know that I listened to what he said, and a lot of it was just shit that came off the top of his head. He was talking about people that rise up and protest and speak out their opinions and speak up for themselves. And he's saying, we don't need to do that. We don't need to be burning down stuff. We don't need to be running around in the streets screaming and yelling and talking. It's like, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I do it every day, Richard Joyce. I'm here every day screaming and yelling and putting my voice out there for the truth and not for lies like you, and not trying to make people think the wrong things. So he's just completely backwards. But anyway, it says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. It says, verse 7, literally, Rahab sits idle. Rahab Hemshabeth, literally, Rahab sits idle. Rahab sits idle. I'm not going to go into the story of Rahab because I forget exactly how it went. I know she sat and watched. From what I remember, she hid the men of the Lord, and I think the way she hid them is she sat in front of them, or she sat somewhere where I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't want to do it right now, but I'll look into it and I'll bring it out tomorrow. What did Rahab do? So we can get this sit still thing right. It has nothing to do with what Richard Joyce was saying. Sometimes sitting still, it just means stay where God put you. And that's what I've done my whole life. God put me in Huntington Beach for some reason, and I've never left. He's never told me to leave. I could have done a lot of different things, but I was told to be here, and this is where I'm at. This is where I'm supposed to have my spirit moving around this area. It's part of my mission, but anyhow, it says nothing about be quiet. Rahab, from what I know, she had to have lied. She had to have spoke up. She told him, no, I haven't seen those guys. Maybe I'm such a stickler on what I teach you guys. I don't want to move on in Isaiah because I want to make sure I get this right. And so it's hard for me to move on and leave it hanging like that. But shoot, I'll probably do 3. I don't really have that much to do today. Anyhow, let's finish Isaiah 30. So he's talking to Judah. He's talking to my people from Jerusalem. The Judites were the kings, and they were stubborn and rebellious. They always thought they were right. And so being a Benjamite, I saw a lot of this in the past when I was there. I was more of a servant type, a prophet, one who saw the things going wrong but couldn't do anything about it. The prophets were always telling the kings, trying to tell the kings, you don't get it. And so I'm coming to you from a experiential reality. I seen it. I seen these Judites. So I know exactly what Isaiah is talking about. So I'm going to finish this. It says, graciousness and mercy, and therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is the God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. There's that sit still. Sit and wait. Doesn't mean you shut up. It just means you stay where you're put. And you stay on point. You realize that regeneration is real. You realize that rapture's not real. I'm not going to change because I can't. I'm with the truth anyway. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. This is what I try to explain to you guys all the time. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Benjamin, at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto you at the voice of your cry, and when he shall hear it, he will answer thee. So is this chapter about shutting up, being quiet? No. It's about crying unto the Lord, going, I want to know. I want to know you, Lord. Show me who you are. There's a pretty little bird out here. He's listening to me. Hello, birdie. I love you. The animals understand me. They feel my spirit. He's up here dancing for me on the signpost. Anyhow, let me continue. So he's saying, cry. Open your mouth and speak what you need. Speak to the Lord. Is Jeff Deloach telling the truth? Lord, tell me. Is he the man? Is he the one? Is he your servant? Ask him. I don't want you guys to sit back and feel like you have no power. You have the power to find out. Ask the Lord. He'll answer you. Anyway, that's what it says. When he shall hear it, he will answer you. That's in verse 19. For the people shall dwell in Jerusalem. Unto thee, at your voice of crying will he hear it, and he will answer you. That just like I said. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, like I said before, that's what we have. You're going to have people like Richard Joyce bringing out all kinds of false doctrine, stupidity, ignorance, illiteracy, warmongering. It goes on and on. That's the vexation that the prophet gets, is having to listen to ignorant people try and teach my book. And the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed under a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Do you see me? Not today you don't, but what good is showing my face that you can see me if you don't believe me? Your teachers are I'm in your face now. There's nowhere, there's no escape. I'm right here. If you want it, come and get it. If you don't want it, then be a dog and be a stray. Go run wild with the other dogs. In thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left, you shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver and the ornaments of thy molten images of gold. You shall cast them away as a menstrual cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, get thee hence. Get away from me, you fucking dirty Catholics. You fucking idol-worshipping, ritualistic, bead-rubbing, confession-giving, heathen, fake believers. That's what Isaiah's talking about. Throw away your your saints behind the glass. Throw away your meter, your red carpet, whatever it is that you people do. Throw it away like a fucking dirty rag. That's why what's he saying? Throw that bloody rag away. You guys are... Anyhow. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that you shall sow the ground with, and the bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. I'm not going to break that down because I don't want to get you tripping. The oxen likewise and the young asses that ear the ground shall eat clean provender, which has been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan. I'm not new. This grain is ancient. It's been winnowed. It's been brought through the fire. So when you're eating this bread, you're getting the proper nutrition. You're getting the original bread. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days. And the days of the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. It's going to get better for us. It's going to get worse for these dogs. I think that's what we're seeing in the world. There's a breakdown between the wheat and the tares. And it's just going to get more and more beautiful for us. And it's just going to get more and more dismal and dark. And these people are going to fall deeper into the pit. And they're going to start gnashing their teeth when they can't climb out. The glorious voice of the Lord. We're still talking about Judah here, right? We're talking about my people. The Lord's talking about the difference between the people of Jerusalem and Zion and the Egyptians, the people that can't help you. These church houses, they can't help you. Behold, the name of the Lord comes from afar, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue a devouring fire. I didn't know it was going to say that. I didn't know. But I know. My spirit already knows what he's going to say. I've been put through the fire, and you're going to get put through the fire too. So the sooner you're ready, the sooner your spirit is strong and correct, and you're standing in the true doctrine, and you know You love Solomon because Solomon is Jesus Christ, and you love David because David represents the Heavenly Father. When you love my family, when you love Zion, true Zion, the people of Bethlehem, Ephrata, the birthplace of Jesus Christ and Benjamin, your spiritual strength goes up. And his breath, as an overflowing stream, shall reach to the midst of the neck, to shift the nations with the sieve of vanity, and there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. The reason most of these people don't understand the Bible, he's got them in a trick bag. Richard Joyce is in a trick bag. He's not going to get out. I've tried. Now I just use him for an example of everything that's wrong with Christianity. He's the perfect knucklehead to point out what we should be doing, what we should not be doing. Anyway, he's going to put a bridle in your jaws, causing you to err. You shall have a song as in the night when a holy solemnity is kept, and gladness of heart as when one goeth with a pipe to come unto the mountain of the Lord, to the mighty one of Israel. What are we doing? We're singing the praises of the chosen people of Israel, the people of Jerusalem, of Judah and Benjamin, and the Levites that stayed home and were servants to the temple and never left Jerusalem, never got carried away. We're the people of this mighty one of Israel. That's Solomon, or Jesus Christ. And the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall show the lighting down of his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and with the flames of a devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstone. So when you hear me yelling and screaming and calling people knuckleheads and dumbasses and fucking weak ass bitches and shit like that, that's just the same indignation that the Lord has. So when you hear me saying that, that's biblical. When you hear me being a mean-spirited, angry, pissed off Benjamite, that's the Lord. That's not me being a dick. That's the Lord coming through me. That's the Spirit. It's hard to tamper down that Spirit, because this is serious shit. This isn't play. That's what's interesting to me too, is that it's fascinating that people take the Bible so flippantly, and they're so petty in their belief system that they don't understand that the Lord hates people that come against him. He hates these fuckers. He hates it. He does not dig people being rebellious, and that's what he's saying to Judah here. For through the voice of the Lord shall the Assyrian be beaten down, which smote with a rod. See, you guys don't understand that when I'm telling you this, you're going to get cracked over the head. These heathens, these people like Richard Joyce, he doesn't even take me seriously, and I got the rod in my hand, and I'm swinging that thing around like, bow down, bitch, and he doesn't realize sooner or later I'm going to have to crack him. The Lord's going to crack him, and he's going to know that the Holy One of Israel was in his midst. Anyhow, let me continue. We're almost done with this, chapter 30. And in every place where the grounded staff shall pass, that's what I'm talking about. The grounded staff is the brandishing. Everywhere where I go with this fucking stick, in every place where the grounded staff shall pass, which the Lord shall lay upon him, it shall be with tabrets and harps, and in battles of shaking will he fight with it. Am I backing down? No, I'm just trying to soften. I still have the indignation to stomp on people like Richard Joyce. I know it's not nice, but that's the Lord in me. Final verse. For Tophet is ordained of old. Yea, for the king it is prepared. He has made it deep and large, a pile thereof as fire and much wood. The breath of the Lord like a stream of brimstone does kindle it. Fire. Do I bring forth fire? I do, but you guys don't. You don't you don't look at the burning bush and go, wow, that's weird that the bush is burning, but it's not on fire. You don't understand the spiritual ramifications of the burning bush. I represent that fire. The fire of the Spirit is in me. So anyway, I'm going to look up Rahab so we get that Rahab sitting still. And then I'm going to do one more on that. If you like studying the Bible, for real, I'm here every day. Subscribe. Don't be afraid. I only hurt the ones that don't that don't follow. All right. I love you guys. I'm out.